Got a big game tonight. The Oklahoma City Thunder face off against the Detroit Pistons, not in just any regular season game. One seed versus the one seed out east. And the Thunder are just one game away from their 60 wins, which is going to be a franchise history on the line for us to get back to that 60 win mark. So just to get into this, OKC comes into this 59-16, best record out west, and they've won 14 of their last 15. Meanwhile, Detroit 54-20, top of the East, quietly, obviously one of the more dangerous teams in the league right now for a potential NBA Finals preview, depending on the main storyline for tonight, which is injuries, unfortunately, starting with Detroit. They are going to be without Cade, Duran, Tobias Harris, Duncan Robinson, and Isaiah Stewart. That's basically their whole rotation right there. And the scary part for the Thunder would be the Detroit Pistons are actually 10-3 without Cade this season. Yes, a lot of the other starters were in those games, but they've won 5 of their last 6 without him. And this team still plays fast, unselfish, and everyone gets touches on the ball. So this is not going to be a free win in my estimation. Now on the Thunder side, we have JDub, who's going to be out on hamstring rest management, and that's coming off back-to-back. So, that matters for him because he's the secondary creator for us, elite connector, clutch scorer, pretty much does it all. And that means more pressure for SGA, Chet Holmgren, to get this win tonight. I still feel like they have a deep team, a physical team on the Pistons side, and this isn't the same Pistons team that had lost a bunch of games the previous seasons. And last game versus Minnesota, 7 players actually scored 10-plus points. So that tells you a lot about their depth. No Cade. They still have that ability to drive and kick, have the ball movement, have the team scoring. And if OKC gets a little too relaxed, I feel like we could get punches in the mouth in a game like this. And it's really going to be the storyline about SGA being MVP versus this defense. We've seen SGA versus the Pistons in some historic battles before, but without JDub, everything's going to be running through him even more so. Throw, multiple defenders at him if you're the Pistons, show help as much as you can, pretty much force the ball out of his hands and say, can the OKC role player step up? We've seen as of late that hasn't been the case. The minute distribution's kind of gone to a bunch of guys between Isaiah Joe, AJ, Lou Dort, Cason Wallace, but we really need them to hit the shots. If not, this could be more of an interesting game than what we think. My X factor for tonight is going to be Chet Holmgren, just for controlling the paint, stretching the floor, protecting the rim. He has that ability. I feel like if I had to put a prediction on my score line, 18 or more points, 8 or more rebounds, at least 2 to 3 blocks, and OKC could definitely win comfortably with Chet, and also probably rest SGA for the fourth quarter. Keys to this game for me: don't play down to the competition. Yes, Detroit is shorthanded, but still dangerous. We still have to lock in our first seed, and we have to stay locked in. Second would be the possession battle. I've mentioned this. Obviously, we have to limit turnovers on our end, but also control the pace and, not let up too many offensive rebounds. That's been definitely a Achilles heel for us. And role players hitting shots, we need everyone to be on their A game. I need a big Lou Dort game. Cason Wallace would be nice. AJ, of course. Pretty much McCain is another name that I'll throw out there in the mix. And, obviously having a strong start. And that's going to start with SGA. If he can get 20 to 25 by the halftime, I feel like we'll be in a pretty good spot to close out like a good, third quarter run. And I really couldn't do overrated, underrated X factor with this many injuries. I can do it on our end, though. Underrated player for this game, Isaiah Joe. If he hits 3 or 4 quick threes, the game could swing, tremendously in our favor. And AJ, if you can control the tempo when SGA is going to be resting, similar to what JDub does, will be in a dominant place. And my prediction is the Thunder get this win, probably 118 to 105 with how the recent games have gone, and we get that 60th win, best record in the NBA. Statement game for the MVP, and just take care of business at home. If you guys like this type of content, go ahead and like, subscribe, comment your prediction below. Are we going to hit that win mark today, or you guys think the Pistons could end up shocking us? Let me know what you guys think. Peace out.